Thank you for joining us again on the program Capital Market. I'm Temple Ashaju. This week, the National Bureau of Statistics released the nation's capital importation data for the second quarter of 2018. And the data showed a 12.5% quarter-on-quarter moderation and flows to $5.5 billion US, reflecting lower foreign portfolio investments, that is what you call FPIs. Now, the FPI flows declined by 9.8% quarter-on-quarter to $4.1 billion, largely on the back of lower portfolio flows to money market instruments. In terms of foreign direct investments, or what you call FDIs, only $261.4 million, or 4.7% of the pie, was contributed to the total capital imported within the period. And now, to change this narrative, perhaps indirectly, the CBN released its framework for the Real Sector Support Facility, what you call RSSF by way of acronym. It is a program that was released this week, and of course the objective is to increase flow of credits to the real sector in order to sustain economic recovery. The initiative was earlier announced at the July MPC meeting by the CBN Governor Godwin Emefiele, but key highlights in the framework shows that 1. The facility will be granted to AAA-rated large corporates for long-term projects that are employment and growth stimulating. 2. The maximum facility shall be 10 billion naira per project. And 3. Facility shall attract an interest rate of just 9%, that is single digit, and at a minimum tenure of 7 years. Now, the special advisor to the CBN Governor, Mr. Emmanuel Ukeje, was on our sister program Business Morning this week with Channel's business editor, Bosin Omofai, to discuss what banks and investors need to know. Let's listen to that first.
Basically, it is quite clear. This fund is made available to finance, for now, emphasis to a large extent, we will concentrate on new projects. But like we said also, brown projects, and those are the ones that will lead to expansion, not refinancing, not trading in any form, because we are very much concerned about increasing productivity and increasing output so that we can see an increase in our GDP, contribution to employment, and so there is no trading with this fund, and also there is no refinancing of projects. Existing projects can only benefit by virtue of the fact that there is an expansion. And I also want to make it clear that there is no project because we have what we call the pre-financing evaluation. So before any bank gives out a loan, it has to present to the central bank the project it intends to finance. And after the review of that project, and in terms of all what we have stated that is going to be the important milestone to be generated by those projects, and we are satisfied, then the banks can now present that project again for final approval by the central bank. And I want to say on the part of the central bank, on the part of the banks, they need to be sure of what they are presenting. And once the central bank has provided and approved those loans, they need to disburse them within 5 days. 5 working days, the loans must be disbursed to the beneficiary in accordance with the schedule of disbursement, which has been presented to the banks and approved by the central bank. And we have also stated this, that, look, any charges above the all-in 9%, the borrower has the right to report same to the central bank through the Director Banking Supervision. So the bank has the obligation to ensure that the projects presented to the central bank are in line with the guidelines provided by the CBN, which is to say, they must be new projects, they must be expansion projects, and not refinancing. On the part of central bank, we are also going to encourage this, because, and I want to emphasize here, even though we are going to participate in the debt, in the corporate bond issuance, central bank is not the first call. Central Bank will do that, but we are going to come in just like a buyer of last resort too. And Central Bank is doing this to encourage people, because we all know what corporate bond is. Definitely, there are going to be prospectus issued. And we have also said these are AAA companies, which we all know are profitable, so that they will now blaze the trail in terms of fund raising in the market. And I think that this is going to be a very, very wonderful and attractive and successful program.